when I think about my career and think about all the work that I've done over the past 20 years, so much of it has had to do with behavior change. How do I get people to change their behavior? Actually, more specifically, how do I get people to do what I want them to do? Right? But this doesn't start as a professional. This starts as a kid. So for those of you who know me, it probably doesn't surprise you that I grew up in a family in which it was totally normal to dress up for sporting events. Especially when a 9th grade boy was going to come pick you up for a date to the Cleveland Browns game, which was fabulous, and we actually dated after that. So it's not surprising then that I would grow up to influence my family to also dress up for crazy sporting events. My husband used to think this is not normal, and he does now. So somehow I've made it normal for him as we all enjoy this fun family ritual. So like many of you, my life is filled with messages. Things that I am trying to accomplish on a daily basis. I'm trying to stay productive, connect with my family, be safe, and the most important of which is I'm supposed to relax, okay? Multi-million-dollar industry around getting people to relax. And every day I'm hit with another message about change. You should change. If you just change this, did you know your life could be easier? If you change this, this could happen. Or if you change this, this could happen. And my very tenuous hold on reality starts to shift. I start to feel like all the balls in the air are not going to stay in the air anymore. And I start to get to the tipping point. And it makes me feel just a little bit crazy. And it makes me feel like the next message about change might actually be the one to push me over the edge. And might actually make me feel like I've completely lost it, completely lost control. And so what happens to that really simple, innocuous message about, just change this, it'll be better, starts to sound like this. You must change. No, you must change your behavior. And you know what? After a while, I do not want to do it anymore. I'm just not going to change. I don't care that changing will make my life better. I don't care that changing will save me money, that my kids will be happier. They're happy enough as it is. Okay? I'm just not going to do it anymore. So really, what's the real question? Can you change behavior? Absolutely. You do it all the time. We all hear those messages about change. The real question is, as you go about messaging and choosing which asks you are asking people to do, which solutions you are offering them, is keeping 3 keywords in mind. And the first is making that behavior change easy. It has to be easy. I have to know what to do. What are the steps that you want me to take? If I'm going to encounter an obstacle, I am not going to continue down that road. And by the way, there needs to be one road. Not a road that veers over here and veers over here and veers over here, because you know what? I don't have time for that. My tenuous reality, remember? I have to know the road and the pathway forward that you want me to take. So once you've made it seem easy for me, the next thing you need to make it seem is rewarding. This is where you get to your question of values. What is it that I value? If I make this investment of my time, talent, and treasure to change my behavior, what is the reward that I will get? Behaviorally, physically, socially, with my family, for the community, what is that? And so as you're personalizing the effect that I will get in changing my behavior, it needs to be rewarding. And the third thing is, it's got to seem normal. It has to be a behavior in which I already see people doing the same thing. I don't mind being over here on my own. Remember me dressed up as a crazy Cleveland Browns fan? That's okay. Everyone can look at me crazy. But every now and then, I'd really like to fit in. I'd like to be one of the flock. I want to see my peers, my colleagues, my loved ones, the people that I emulate also doing the same thing. Because that's going to make the behavior change stick and help me continue to along that road. So it's really a question of an evolutionary challenge. Are you creating a scenario in which I understand my new reality is going to be easier? It's going to be more rewarding. And by the way, it's kind of normal. Other people are already doing this, and that's okay. So you go through those 3 keywords. You go through what you know to change behavior. But then the real question is your priorities. Are you prioritizing your asks so that you are truly affecting the change that you want to see in the world? Are you going to have the biggest collective impact that you can have? If many people change one thing, the potential is a big collective impact. Or, if many people change many individual things, the collective impact is diminished. And you may not be having the impact that you want to see on the world. Because at the end of the day, so what? You are investing your time, talent, and treasure getting me to change the behavior. Make sure you are prioritizing the impact that you want to see in the world when you ask me to change. Thank you.